Gaur Pramananda Hari Hari. Prajahāti yadā kāmān sarvān Pārtha mano-gatān ātmany evātmanā tuṣṭaḥ sthita-prajñas tadocyate. Now, we have been discussing for the last few days about consciousness being dovetailed with the Supreme Consciousness. That is the perfection stage of life. We are at the present moment in our material conditions, we are manufacturing ideas and being baffled also, because it is the business of the mind to create something and again reject it. Mind will think self, yes, let me do this. Again, it will decide, oh, better not to do this. Yes. This is called Sankalpa Vikalpa, deciding and rejecting. And this is due to our unsteady condition in the material platform. But when we decide to act according to the Supreme Consciousness, at that stage there is no such duality that let me do it or let me not do it. No. There is only one thing, let me do it. Let me do it, because it is sanctioned by the superior consciousness. The whole Bhagavad Gita is based on these principles of life. Now in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, the Arjuna in the battlefield, he was perplexed whether to fight or not to fight. That was his problem. First of all, he thought that my cousin brothers, they have given me so much trouble, they have usurped my kingdom, so I must fight with them and retake my lost kingdom. That is determination. Again, when actually in the battlefield he saw his brothers and his friends, because it was a family quarrel, so in both the sides, all the friends and relatives, they joined, either to this party or that party. But the beauty is that Arjuna became compassionate, that why should I fight simply for the kingdom? How long I shall remain in the kingdom? Let me not fight. Let me not fight. I shall not fight. That was his decision. Because he was a devotee of the Lord. This good compassion came into his mind. With other party, they did not consider it. The other party was determined to fight. Now Arjuna was hesitating, and therefore the Bhagavad Gita was explained. The Lord first of all tried to engage him in the battle in the ordinary way, and when it was not possible, and there was some arguments between Arjuna and Krishna in favor and against the fighting, but at last Arjuna decided that let me appoint Krishna, the best amongst us, to advise me what to do and what not to do. Then the Bhagavad Gita was begun. That is the history. You all already discussed it and you know it. Now, here the Supreme Consciousness, Krishna is Supreme Consciousness. And Arjuna is individual consciousness. About consciousness, I have explained several times that we are all consciousness, but we are not Supreme Consciousness. Supreme Consciousness is the Supreme Lord. That we have to understand first. The Supreme Consciousness, we are consciousness undoubtedly, but we are not Supreme Consciousness. If we falsely claim that I am also the Supreme Consciousness, that will be a false claim. We are not actually the Supreme Consciousness. Qualitatively, we are one. Qualitatively, we are one. The Supreme Consciousness and my consciousness is qualitatively one. But quantitatively, the Supreme Consciousness is different from individual consciousness. Individual consciousness is limited, and the Supreme Consciousness is unlimited. That just like you can think of your consciousness within this body, whenever there is something painful or something itching in any part of my body, I am conscious of it. I know it, where and how it is being done. I do not know how it is being done, but I know where it is. So that consciousness, as I am conscious in any part of my body, but I am not conscious of your part of the body. Therefore, my consciousness is limited. Similarly, you take the whole cosmic manifestation as the external body of the Supreme Consciousness. Therefore, Supreme Consciousness is, conscious of anything which is taking part in any part of the conscious Supreme, the manifestation. And you will find in the Bhagavad Gita that the Supreme Consciousness knows the past, present and future. But we are not conversant in that way, that I know the present, past and future. That is my deficiency.